Hi, this is Greg with Music to My Ear Northern Audio, and today I just wanted to cover a little bit, a little more in depth. We always do the What's New at Music to My Ear videos, the What's New at Northern Audio. In this iteration of the changes that we made, we really focused on being able to show you how things upgrade, why you would want to upgrade, what the value is in doing so. So I wanted to get a little more granular and just kind of dig down on that and give you some examples. So what this is going to be about is obviously turntables, but we're going to cover a couple different topics as far as upgrade paths all in one. So stay with me here. That's why I took a couple notes. So let's say you're first getting into this. A lot of people know about the bundle that we do with the AT-LP60 and the AT-SP3X powered speakers. Comes in about 500 bucks or so. Sounds fantastic for what it is. Certainly for a kid, a dorm room, something to that effect. Sounds great. It's not going to ruin records. Replaceable cartridges. However, its downfall is you really can't upgrade anything from here. If you see the tone arm on it, you're pretty much relegated to using just a couple cartridges. So let's say if you find yourself, you're a little more of an audiophile. A lot of people, they'll step up to the turntable over here, the AT-LP120. That's a very popular turntable for us. A lot of people know that turntable. But specifically, the reason why people go to that one versus the LP60X would be the tone arm. So the tone arm is a lot more accommodable for upgrading the phono cartridge. Specifically, you can start doing moving coil cartridges. So what would be the value in that? Now, if you've been here, you've certainly heard and seen that, but let me show you the evolution of how you can hear the upgrade path. So if you come over here now, you can see first we have it set up where you have an Orthophone Blue on the Music Hall Stealth. So you can see a good moving magnet cartridge set up on a very good system. And the way the general theme is here is as the cartridges get better, the system comes down. So this way you really can see the value of what you're adding to the system, whether it be a moving coil cart or a transformer or something to that effect. But that being said, here it starts where you can do the moving magnet Orthophone 2M Blue, see what that sounds like on some Heresy 4s, and doing that on a REL T9X SE subwoofer. So a pretty decked out system. From there, we can come over here now, and on the AT-LPA2, that's the new acrylic turntable, this has the AT-OC9X EN, hopefully got that right. Nonetheless, this guy is a moving coil cartridge, so this is the first time you really can experience the difference between moving magnet and moving coil. Now over here, the way we have this hooked up is this is using a Cambridge Audio Alva Duo phono section. And then we also have a Project step-up transformer. So with this, you can see the difference between using a moving coil phono section electronically or adding the first step of a step-up transformer. No pun intended there. So that would be this system. Or we can come on over to here, and we talk a lot about the Denon 103R, but specifically with the Bob's Devices transformer. Now that is the creme de la creme. You'll read a lot about this combination, the synergy of it. We talk about it a lot here. We now actually have it on display. So let's say you want to look at the value of getting a transformer or getting a better transformer. We have a lot of folks out there who's already got a Project one. You now can see the comparison. Come over here on the Denon 103R. We can do three things here. One, we can run it through the moving coil phono section that's in the Denon PMA 3000. Their integrated amp. This is their flagship amp from Japan. They make the phono cartridge, so that's probably going to be one of the best representations of a electronic phono section. Then we can add in the Project step-up transformer to kind of see what that sounds like whenever you introduce the step-up transformer. From there, we can go to the Bob's Devices 120, 140, and this is the brand new one. This is the one that is specifically electrically matched to the Denon 103R, and man, is there a big difference between those two. So you really can see the evolution of not only upgrading your phono cartridges, or upgrading, going from step-up transformer to not, or going from step-up transformer to a better step-up transformer. So lastly, let's talk about the phono cartridges a little bit. We have the Denon 103R. We talk about that a lot. It is a legendary cartridge. It's been around for a long, long time. That's very upgradable. You'll see a lot of people that do a lot of stuff with this as far as adding different cantilevers, different needle types. If you're interested in that, give us a call. We certainly dabble in that area. However, that being said, the Denon 103R is actually such a legendary cart. There's something cool that we have set up upstairs that I want to show you. Come with me. And the final boss of the Denon 103R would be utilizing the Technics SUR 1000. So this guy, as I mentioned downstairs, this is Technics $13,000 integrated amp, quite the piece. But if you look down here, you can see there is a specific setting for the phono section on here that uses a DSP that electrically matches to the T a Denon 103R. You've never heard tonality like you do with this cartridge on this integrated amp. Now we have this set up here on the Interspace Junior Nottingham table. Sounds wonderful. When you sit here and you sit in a sweet spot on the GoldenEar speakers, you hear things you've never heard before, a song that you've heard a million times. So in review, whether you're just getting started, in way too deep, or somewhere in between, we can do all things turntable. So come and see us, 3003 Babcock Boulevard, and thanks again for listening to the music.